Welcome back, you bearded boys and girls, to Fortresscats. This is episode 1. If you've missed episode 0, don't worry, we're starting now. That was just the embark settings. Here we can see our brave boys and boys ready to settle this world. And they have cats. Many cats. Let's get a look at one of our cats. Stray cat female. A small mammalian carnivore. It is usually domestic and hunts vermin. Her hair is gold. Her ears are gold. Her tail is slate gray. Her head is amber. Her front paws are brown. Her rear paws are white. Her skin is pale pink. Her eyes are chestnut. You could probably draw a picture just using that description, but I need to visualize it with a visualizer. I can't really tell what it is based on this. Hair is gold though. A gold cat, so it looks kind of like its picture, I guess. Except this is orange, so maybe a little brighter. Its hair is ivory. Wow, white cat? The ears are white, her tail is gold. Her head is copper. Her front paws are slate gray, her rear paws are saffron. Her skin is brown, her eyes are pale brown. Alright, let's get a look at the map. Here you can see the map. Alright. Oh, let's make sure I have the timer going. Timer start. Alright, we have 15 minutes to complete this mission. Let's get started. But let's go over the facts. This is Fortresscats. Breed 1,000 cats or become king of the nation. A noble goal. Next up, side goals. Enclosed crafting areas. What this means is I want crafting areas that supply all the resources I need, give it a place to put put whatever they craft, have a bed, have food, drink, and a dining room for every crafter. So we're going to have luxurious crafting areas. And I want them to have doors, and in case of emergency, be able to close them. And close them off. Maybe even a gate that locks them closed, in case someone goes crazy. That's going to be a lot of levers, though, for every crafter. So maybe like an emergency thing that closes everything. And then you can control the individual levers, open up specific areas. We're going to have a controlled base here. I've had too many forts fall. Let's have a very secure base. This guy goes B. Oh, let's keep on reading this one. We want a reservoir. We got a river over here. You can see it to the left of the starting area. We're going to connect to that river and build a bit of a reservoir for us to drink out of. We're going to connect to a tunnel. There's a tunnel underneath us that connects to the dwarf lands. We're going to have to secure it and connect to it so we can travel through it. We're going to mine adamantine. That's pretty much a standard goal. And temple the Ficod. Ficod is a god of metals, crafting, and pregnancy, and we're going to make our first temple to them. Secondary goals, form a militia. Once we have all these goals complete, we can start thinking about new goals, like building mega projects or whatever. But these are our first set of goals. And here's our major goal, if you didn't see it before. Alright, let's get started. Let's zoom out a bit. It's a little bit of a finicky process. Alright, let's zoom out here. Let's get a look of the land. We got some animals here, let's check them out. Oh, that's the world. Let's check out the world real quick before we check out the animals. I've generated this world in Perfect World. I might make a tutorial on Perfect World if you need it, but I'm pretty sure there's tutorials out there. You can see here's some volcanoes and some mountain peaks. There's a little lake that connects these lands. That'd be interesting to just swim up this lake, up this mountain pass. That's an interesting little thing. And there's a little hidden valley in there. Here's a haunted biome. No one's living there as far as I can tell. There's a river, but there's no one living there. That'd be an interesting place to settle. Let's get a look at this world. And we have coal pulling through the world. You can custom set up where the poles are. So I made it so our world is kind of like a very interesting alignment where the pole runs through the center of it. And it's hot toward the corners. So it's on a, I'm going to say it's on a like a slanted axis, where the coldest part's towards the center. And it's got a bit of noise to it, so it's not flat. It's kind of, you can see how it's kind of waved in and out of cold and heat areas. Continent of Towers. That's the main PNG we got. Let's check out some of this land over here. Kobo Hillocks. This is Masterwork mod if you didn't know. I probably should mention that at the start of these first few episodes. It'll be in the title so you'll be able to read it. But anyway, we got kobolds, we got succubi, we got dwarves, we got elves, we got humans, we got goblins, we got orcs. It's a varied world. So we got dwarves living right next to kobolds here. Or maybe the kobolds took over dwarf lands. It's hard to tell. Population 50. In a very large world, you gotta worry about population getting too high. I had to worry about that. I was getting up to like 35,000 and old progress had grounded to a halt. So I've changed that now. Anyway, you see all these little pockets that you can live in. I guess we have deserts down here. The Torrid Desert. Who's living here? Beak wolves. That'd be an interesting place to try to conquer. Maybe build a fort here and then send out raiding parties to capture all these settlements and take the loot. Or maybe go venturing over there. It's a wide world. It'd be nice to be able to see it all at once, but we don't get that luck. I could show you the Legends viewer and you could see the whole world, but I don't know how to switch scenes just yet. I just know how to get this one running. I haven't switched scenes while recording yet. We got a nice little beautiful land. This is a good environment. There's good, neutral, and evil environments. The light blue is good, right where the X is at. Swamp of Blossoms. And the dark red is evil. I can't tell if this is a hot biome or an evil biome. I prefer it to be dark purple, but they've changed it to dark red in this mod pack. Dark purple is easier to read for me. Dark red looks hot. Let's see, volcanoes. Let's look at all the civilizations. Let's see if we can find people. No, citizens. You can look at all the artifacts and check out where they're all at. There's frost climax, a platinum bow. That's pretty cool. I've adventured from this civilization. Let's go check it out. Well, let's go look at it again. That's where we are right now. Let's compare it to where the human civilization is at. Right here. I think this is the one I was looking at. Yeah. We got a little cave here I was trying to adventure to, and there's a human living here with his pet purring maggots. I was trying to visit there, but you need a companion to survive the boogeyman. So I had to find a companion and drag him all the way over here. But I ended up getting bored and just hiding under a keep and finding some goblins to slay. Good old goblin slayer. Some of these sounds more populated than others. I think about right here is where I recruited my friend. And then I buried him near a tree by a fort. By the same fort that he died in. I didn't really bury him because digging is pretty hard without a pick. You have to make a pick. There's like a DF hack adventure world that you can do. Adventure mode to fort. DF hack, DF fort or something like that. Anyway, you can play as a fort mode and adventure mode. It lets you build stuff and build workshops. It's pretty cool. I haven't tried it yet though. Here's another dwarven civilization. Alright, I think we've got enough of the world. Let's go check out what we got nearby. We might have some problems with the animals, so we gotta be prepared. We got snow leopard. It's usually in cold regions, but right now it's in a hot region. Where I'm living is very hot out. I haven't seen much winter. It's always summer. No matter what season it is. Okay, this one's weak. Let's look at the stats. Average in size, he's accurate with black spots. His skin is cinnamon, his eyes are yellow. We could hunt these. I don't know how much food they give, but they could be a danger to our people if they get too close, or they try to hunt our cats. We also have these lathering snailmen. Last time I tried to zoom to them in the last episode, they crashed, but now it's working fine. Small, very slow gastropod humanoid. Its skin is colored buff. This creature has a shell. It is a sapient creature. It makes its home in most of the known world. It is incapable of jumping. It can live up to 74 years. She is very fat. Her skin is buff. Her eyes are black. Alright. This episode is already halfway over, so let's get started. We're going to want to dig into here and start the project. Let's make sure we got a miner. Let's open up Dwarf Therapist. Connect to the game. And once I figure out how to switch scenes in OBS, I can show you what everything looks like. But for now, we have a miner of skill 5, and that's Rockchild. We're going to get that miner working. We're going to start... I'm going to make it a bit of an entryway here. Make it 3 wide. And then we're going to make an entry hall. I'm going to turn up, build 3 wide like that, go up, and then we're going to go down. We're going to make it 3 by 3, like in my last fort. Alright, that'll be the center of our fort. And then we got some copper nearby. We're going to mine that after we get basic housing set up. So we got this set up. Let's make sure everything runs fine before I get anything more designated. Alright, our miner's picking up his pick and he's getting to work. Let's see what this guy's doing. He's trying to cut down trees. Oh, I could turn on auto chop. Yeah, it's on auto chop. That might be a bad thing, but every time I go into a world, it'll auto chop all trees. Every single tree on the map. So he's going to get into conflict with these guys, so I gotta be careful. I might want to start up my militia right now. But they have no weapons, so there's no point. So he's going to have to defend himself. If he gets into a problem, I'm going to have to... Oh, it's winter right now. We've gone a few seasons into the game, so we're in winter right now. That'd be bad for a civilization that needs running water in a cold area, but... We've run a little bit of time on the world, so we're in winter right now. This cat is following him. I think it's trying to befriend him. Let's see what it's up to. Let's see, can we look at the window, or... We don't want to slaughter any of these cats. That's not what they're good for. Alright, we don't know what this cat is up to, but it's probably trying to befriend him. He's doing something interesting, so these cats are going to follow him a little bit. The miner is mining. Game lagged a bit. Let's double check the recording. It's always good to double check. Alright, 14 minutes. The recording is good. Not using up much CPU. Once we get the housing done, we're going to get some copper armor weapons for our militia. We're not going to have them train, we're going to have them plant food and stuff like that, but that might be good to get. Let's see, we're going to need places to grow things. So we're going to dig underground and then see over here there's dirt. Over here we have damp silt, and over here we have damp stone, andesite. So we're going to have to build our starting farms over here because I don't want to dig out a mining area, digging a farm, and then fill it with water. That's a little bit too much work. It's much easier to dig into the dirt and make a farm from the dirt. You do run into some problems with trees and cutting them down. You might make little holes. So I think we're gonna prioritize chopping down the trees right here. We're gonna make our first farm right here. His job is to make sure every tree is gone so we can dig underneath. We're gonna make these on priority 1, so he does them first. Let's see that it says a 1 flashing over them now. So you should chop all those trees down first. Alright, we have some jobs that we can do. We got wood. Let's make a loom. As you can see here, we got some webs. The non-fell spider silk web. Not too much information on the being that created that. They could be a vermin, or they could be something much worse. But anyway, we're going to collect those webs, and hopefully no one will walk over them and walk into them and ruin them. We're going to collect those webs and make thread out of them. So make a loom. There's a little bit too little time, so I'm going to extend this episode by 5 minutes so we can get things started. I like the idea of 15-minute episodes because it's easier for me, but 20-minute episodes are probably more content. And it's a bit easier probably on the viewer to watch all in one. Anyway, we need a loom, which is O. We're going to put them against this wall. We're going to make that out of wood. And also we're going to need a carpenter. I'm going to put it against this wall. Make it out of wood. We have andesite closer, but it'll take the same amount of time transporting this wood all the way over here as transporting the stone to that distance. It might be slightly shorter for the stone, but I'm not going to use stone just yet. I'm going to use wood for basic buildings. So we're going to need beds. We're going to need tables made of stone, so we're going to need a mason shop. So yeah, mason shop. And we have Steve do both beds and making things out of stone. Okay. We got the 3 basic shops set up. Next is food. Let's look at how much supplies we got. We got 20 fish and 20 meat, which is not much. Might want to get a fisher on work, but that takes 2 people. You need 1 person to fish and 1 person to clean the fish. We could have 1 person do both jobs. But who would do that? I think one of our militia has to do that. Yeah, let's get someone fishing. I don't like our food supply. Fishing is a very easy way to make food in the beginning of the game. It requires access to water, which can be hard to come by, but we have a lot of water supply right now. We're next to a river. So let's build a fisher's workshop. That is farmer fishery. I'm going to put it right over here. Make a wood. We're going to make food stockpile. And that's going to be unprepared fish. We're going to make a food stockpile of unprepared fish. We're going to put the fish there. And then we're going to prepare them. Preparing fish, if you don't know, is there's acts of deboning, there's removing the skin, there's multiple steps in preparing a fish. I've seen my dad do it. And usually have tools to do it with, so I don't know how the dwarves are doing it. They probably just take some stone and just make the fish all cut up just from that stone. Because that's all it takes to make a workshop is a bit of stone. I don't know what tools they're using. They don't use metal tools for deboning a fish. They just use rock in their hands. Maybe their beards. Or bearded bastards. Okay, you got 3 minutes before the episode ends, so let's make some progress. We gotta make sure we have people that have those jobs. We need a fisher and a fish cleaner. We have a mason. We have a carpenter. We're gonna need a weaver and gatherer. You can see they've ruined some of these webs. Luckily, there's more webs on the map, so we're gonna have plenty of webs. So let's get these jobs settled. Opening up dwarf therapists. We need a fisher. Let's make sure we got who's who. He's a metalsmith. We got struggle master. Struggle master will be a fisher. He's gonna wrestle some fish up. He's gonna be a fisher and fish cleaner. Check. And then Dantarius, you will be a weaver. Just weaving. You're going to add him spinning and weaving. and even sharing. If we have an animals worth sharing, he'll be able to do that job. I might even make a clothes maker so we can have, in case our clothes get ruined by something random, we have a chance of making new clothes for them, so they don't have to go naked. Alright, 1 minute left. Has this been a good episode so far? Oh, look at these cats spread out. Let's watch them go. They're following these people around. They try to befriend people sometimes, so any animals that become a friend of a dwarf, we're not going to sell or cage them up or pen them. They're just going to wander around the fort. So this is their chance to make friends and become more than a commodity that we're going to sell and trade and populate the world with. They can become part of the fortress. Alright, let's see. Are they getting to work? Alright, the weaving thread and the cloth. Let's pause that. I just want thread for right now. I don't want cloth. Alright, we got our workshops. Let's start making things. We're gonna want... Let's make some stone doors. Let's make 2 stone doors. And then we're gonna make 7 beds. Alright. Steve will get to work on that. We got 2 idlers. Let's check out what they're doing. We got the metalsmith and the bone doctor doing nothing. The guard recruit Dantarius. He's also doing nothing. Who did we send to being a fisher? Oh, this guy's fishing. Oh, more time out. Alright, that's the end of the episode. Let's make sure everything's set up. Alright. Thanks for watching. Zoom in on your cat before we go. That's 20 minutes. We're going to try aim for 15-minute episodes from now on. A little bit easier editing, speeding up everything. Alright, bye-bye.